This is a detailed video on how to fix an invisible zipper. If you are interested in learning how to fix an invisible zipper like a pro, kindly watch till the end. So I'm going to be using this zipper for the tutorials, and the first thing I'm going to be doing is to open it up like I have done, and then I'm going to press it down. So open up the teeth of the zip and then press it down flat, making sure the iron is not so hot, otherwise you can melt the teeth. So the iron shouldn't be hot, and then press it, making sure it is lying down flat. So after pressing, you are going to be seeing something like this. It's not going to be as it was before. You can see how flat it looks over here. That is what you want to achieve. Next thing you are going to be doing is to pick your fabric or whatever you are fixing your zipper on, and then fold your zipper seam inside. So I folded 1 inch in on both sides, and then after pressing, when you close the zipper, this is how it should look like. So first thing I'm going to be doing is to put it on my fabric and then mark the length of my zip. That is how long I want the zipper to be on both sides of the zipper. So next thing I'll be doing from there is to open up my zipper and then fix it onto my fabric. So first you're going to place it on like this, like the way we fix a normal zip, and then after that you are going to turn it. So watch the way I turned it out, making sure the teeth or the metal part of the zip is exactly on the pressed seam line. Make sure it's exactly on the pressed seam line and pin it down. So I'm going to be pinning it down from that point through to the end. So just follow the process in which I am pinning, and when you get to this point where you marked, you pin over there as well. And then that is it for that side. Next, I'm going to be fixing it on the other side, and I'm going to repeat the same process. Just place it on like this and turn, making sure that white thing on top of the zip is exactly at the beginning of where you are pinning. Make sure it is at the beginning of where you are starting your pinning, and then press it down, making sure the teeth is exactly on the seam line. On the pressed line. So I'm going to be pinning it till I get to where I marked, and then the next thing I'm going to be doing is to fix the zipper. So I have 2 sets of foot. The normal zipper foot, this is how it looks like, and this is what I'm going to be using to fix the zipper because it works better than the invisible foot itself. And this is how the invisible foot looks like. I usually use this to fix a normal zipper instead because it works better with that, and then the zipper foot itself is good for invisible zips. So kindly note that, and then get this foot so that you can be using it to fix your invisible zips. So I'm going to be taking the normal zipper foot and then fix my invisible zip inside just like this. And then the next thing I'm going to be doing is to fix my zip. So you're going to put it under it this way, making sure the teeth of the zipper is in between. There's a hole in between that thing at the center and then the side of the zip. So you see those 2 ends. Make sure the zipper teeth is in between that. Make sure the teeth of the zipper is in between that, and then you are good to go. So the moment it enters, all you can do is sew and get it right. At this point, I didn't record this part, so I'm repeating it on this side. So just like I showed you, make sure the teeth is in between, and then just go ahead and start stitching. It will just follow the order you give. So just be stitching If indeed it is in between the foot, you are good to go. And then when you get here, you secure it, and that is it for how to fix an invisible zipper with this foot. So after that, I'm going to take it out and then trim off the excess fabric and show you what I have. So I'm going to close the zipper to show you so you can see how it is. You can decide to stitch it twice just to make sure it is well secured, or leave it like that. Next, I'm going to be folding it into two like this, and I'm going to be stitching on that seam or the pressed line over there. So just raise it up like I have done. Let me re-show you how I did it. So just raise it up like this, and then you are going to stitch on that line. So pin it down, take it to your machine and stitch to where you ended the stitching of the zipper, and that is all you need to do. So after stitching, you are going to be getting something like this. You see how neat it looks, and then next I'm going to press it down. After pressing it down, this is how it's going to be looking like. You can't even see that red color zip in the seam. That is how you want it to look like. Next, I'm going to be folding the upper part of the zip in like this, and then I'll fold the other side in like this. At the end of the day, I'll tuck it down so that it will be in place. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to work on the lower part, or that part of the zipper. I'm going to be marking the original zip length and then come down about 3 or 4 inches and then cut it out. Next, you are going to be removing the teeth from it. Make sure you don't get to where you marked the original zip length, and then cut out the teeth to get something like this. Next, if you have a lighter or a matches, take it and then bend the raw edges so that it doesn't fray. After that, you are going to fold it down and then press it so that you can secure it. So just flip this to the other side and then press it down, and you are going to flip the other side too down just like this and then press it. Let me redo it so you see how I'm doing it. So this is exactly how you are going to do it. And after that, you are going to fold the edge under the pressed seam. That is the 1 inch I folded for the zipper. You are going to hide it under it just like this, and repeat it on the other side as well. So after putting it under like this, pin it down and then take it to your machine and sew. So this is what I have. I'm going to pin it down and then stitch and show you the final results. So with the stitching, you can secure 2 times or just at the end of it, anyhow you want it. Just stitch it down to make sure it is staying down flat. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to tack the upper part down with my needle and thread, and then that will be all for how to fix an invisible zipper. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you another time. Bye.